time to celebrate. We are to week 14. You guys have been working so hard. I skimmed over your rough drafts and the peer reviews I have looked at and graded thus far have given some great feedback, and I really hope that you take that feedback into consideration as you work on your final drafts. Remember to go back and look at the last couple weeks, here we go, like weeks 11, 12, and 13 to refresh your memory on what you should be putting into your personnel essay. Just as a reminder, you really want to make sure that you have a clear conflict that leads the reader to some insights. That is very important for this essay. The other thing that is very important for this essay on the final draft is to make sure that you have clear, concrete details and abstract ideas that help the reader really see what you're seeing in your mind's eye. So as you're writing, you have this movie type moment playing in your mind with the events that are happening. But what happens is students miss a lot of the concrete details because they just want to tell the story, but your job is to show the story. So slow that movie reel down in your mind and make sure you take the most poignant and significant moments that clearly show the conflict, that clearly show the insights and those lessons learned from the situation that you are writing on. Just like the example from last week with the student example, the difference between the rough draft to the final draft, completely different. To where she went from telling you a story to showing you the story, adding in a little bit of dialogue, adding in more concrete details, adding in the abstract ideas into there. Remember the ladder of abstraction. You're going from the lower portion, concrete, up to the abstract. Abstract meaning showing words like love, freedom, liberty, sorrow, things like that. It's abstract because it's not something that's tangible that you can feel. So making sure you're doing that for your final draft, you will have a very compelling story if you rework your rough draft, not only from the comments from your peers, but from what you've learned over the last few weeks, and take what I just said into consideration. So with that being said, let's go and look at week 14 assignments. Your final draft is due Monday, December 13th. Then you will have Everybody is Ignorant. It's a discussion board that we will be having. It's your last discussion board to where you'll need to contribute your original post and then contribute to your group's discussion. Remember, it is a discussion, so you want to go back and make comments and ask questions and help to lead that discussion along within your smaller group. You'll have about 5 to 6 people in each group. I might even clump it into 2 groups because we've had a couple people who have dropped out of the class or no longer contributing to the class. Speaking of which, I also want to congratulate everybody who has made it to this point and has worked so hard in your critical reading and writing skills. There has been growth in every single one of you. And everybody who has made it to this point on completing your assignments, everybody has a C and above. Give yourself a pat on the back. That is some great feat there, especially for some of you who are English language learners and were a little nervous about your skills in English. I always take that into consideration when I am grading as well. I mean, I'm looking for the structure. I'm looking for the different elements, and everybody makes mistakes, even native English speakers. So seriously, give you guys yourself a pat on the back because everybody who's made it to this point has a C or above. Congratulations on that. Then you have your reflection essay. It's 10 points. So let's go through each one of these. The final draft. I've already mentioned things before. All you need to do is turn it in. Please make sure you're looking at the rubric on what is required. So that purpose, insight, the theme, questions, conflict versus crisis, show versus tell, beginning and ending, making sure that it has an intriguing beginning and a thoughtful ending. And you can even circle back. In the peer review, it talks about, does it circle back to the intro. And that's a very good form of writing to circle back to the beginning. And then also making sure your MLA formatting. That is one thing I looked at your rough drafts to make sure you did have the MLA formatting. I did not see any issues on anybody's MLA formatting for the paper. I know there's one person who needed to double space somewhere. So just make sure you have that formatting in there, and then making sure that you have proofread and it's well edited within your essay. If you need to, there's many websites that can help you with that. Then you again have the everybody is ignorant discussion. Please read and annotate the article, and then you're going to post a list of Butler's main points and your response to the question, what are you going to do in your life to make sure you are and remain educated as defined by Butler? Then you're going to comment on at least 2 of the posts. Again, as I said at the beginning, please make sure you make this a discussion. Come back to the discussion and really make it enriching for you. It's very important to continue to educate yourself, however that looks. You don't have to be in a formal school setting to educate yourself. Then we have the reflection essay. So you're going to open the English 150 doc, and then you're going to reflect on the course, on your course experience, and fill out the table by assessing your mastery level for each specific course skill or knowledge. Write 250 to 500 word reflection essay. Please make sure it's in depth and you're really reflecting on your learning and the outcomes of the course and which outcomes you feel you made the most progress on. This goes back to the beginning when you fill out the survey. And those are your 3 assignments for this week. Short week. If you get them done by Monday or Tuesday, guess what? You got the rest of the week to go right into Christmas break and enjoy that winter break. Enjoy your family, and oops, that's the wrong thing. And just enjoy this Christmas season. It's important to be with family. It's important to give yourself that pat on the back for the accomplishments you've made thus far, and focus on why Christmas is important, surrounding the birth of Christ and his life and whatnot. So anyway, congratulations again. Please, again, make sure you're looking at the announcement. So like today with the IT issues, I'm going to put the announcements there. Focus on the announcements for the end of the course. I appreciate those who sent me emails to alert me that there are things going on, and thankfully we got those rectified as soon as possible. So congrats, and I look forward to your accomplishments down the road if you stay in contact.